I was going to use 3 screws on these, but the top one and this one here just sucked it right down. It's not going anywhere, so I'm not even going to bother putting one in the back. So I'm good to go here, and I can put this in now. Now the top, the bottom, let me put it this way. The bottom hits the triangles first. I'll put a screw in here and here, and then drill and countersink for one up near the top. And that should pull that nice and tight. Okay. It's looking good. The thing is getting heavier by the second. So I've got to remember that I have to get this thing over and on the wall too. I can take the drawers out, but there's still some pretty good weight there. I'm not sure if I want to build any more on it before I put it in. I've got this space up here, but I think my first thing to do is to get this done and get this on the wall, and then I can worry about this space up here. I think I can add to it as I do that. The other thing I need to do is install the doors while it's off. So that's my next 2 steps. Get the doors done, and with those removable pin hinges, I'll be able to take the doors off and work on them as separate projects, and kind of go from there. Yeah, I cut those way too deep. The good news is that I got material to work with, so I can trim this off. And I can go deeper here. Not worth the time and effort. But I proved I could do it, I guess. And that fits just perfect. But the thing is that I'm going to need that much clearance, about, well, 3/4 of an inch clearance, or a little better, to get that thing up and out of there. I definitely need to cut it down. I purposely made it long here, but I'm not sure I like that. All right, in reality, I didn't even need this tab. I don't need that tab. There's enough lip there to hold that in place. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take about 1/4 of an inch off here. I can always make it flush, but I'm going to take it back 1/4. I'm going to cut this about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of that radius, and then see how it sits. All right, I can live with that. That's about 1/2 inch of clearance maybe. And then I've got enough meat here to get a couple of screws in there. So yeah, that'll work. Screw it in here and here. I can dress this up a little bit better. But that was about 40 minutes on one on one little stop. So I'm gonna figure out a little better way here. And then this one here is just straight cuts and worked out a lot better. So just a plain rabbet, and then I don't know that I even needed to do this. I probably could have got away with just rounding that over maybe. Yeah, I guess I did have to give that clearance. Anyway, that works. So a couple of screws on that one. Maybe only one in each. I'm mulling that over. I'll continue on with these little custom brackets I'm making, and then I'll come back and show you the end result. Alright, done. And now it's all going to come apart. And when I say all come apart, what I mean is these have to come off. I need to take the till out again. And I'm going to put a shelf in here. I'm going to mark for that first. But I am going to put a shelf, and I believe I'm going to extend it. I don't know. I'm not going to come all the way. Maybe a couple inches short. But what will happen is when I put that in there, that will give me the ability to spread this again a little bit and straighten this out some more. So after I do that, then I'll go to work on the doors. Mounting them to the case, locating the hinges. Then I think I can put this thing on the wall and get it out of the way for a while. I've got my shelf faced off and clamped to the back. Pressure is just pulling it back that way. I've checked to make sure it's square. The sides are equally out of square, I guess. I've got a little gap at the bottom on both of them. I'm attributing that to the fact that this thing is going this way a little bit. So to find out where I'm going to put the dominoes, I want to pin this in place where it is. I took my square from the top and brought it down till I was level or even with the bottom of this, which is the top of the shelf. When I pull down on that, that makes it, those two are flush. So I know when I put my line on the back, that line is going to represent the top of this shelf. And I'll put a straight edge on that line and then domino down from it. And I'll do that. I think I'm just going to put one out here and one out here and 3 in the back, and that will pin it in place. I'll put glue in there, and that should be plenty good.